Hi everyone, this is Sean's Mandarin Chinese, and this lesson is a basic lesson about the fundamental Chinese verb to be, or in English is, am, are, verbs like that. And basically what I'll do is explain how they relate to English ones, how they're similar and how they're different. And this will be a fundamental building block for any basic Chinese learner. So let's start with English for context. In English, these are the basic verbs that mean to be, verbs that are after a subject in a sentence. You have was, were, is, am, are, and will be. And in English, we use two characteristics, two factors to distinguish these verbs. The first one is the noun that we are using. So for example, he is, I am, you are. You'll notice, of course, you know this as an English speaker, that the basic to be verb changes based on what this noun is, he, I, you. But it also changes based on the time. So as I've shown here in this little matrix, you have was, were for past, and all nouns are covered by was or were. He was, she was, I was, they were, etc. And in the present, you have is, am, are, and those cover all the nouns. And in the future, you have will be. However, something I want to point out, if you're talking about being a noun, being an adjective, or being a verb, or being at a place, we use the same words. For example, I am Sean. I am an engineer. I am hungry. I am eating. I am at home. Notice that the basic verb is still am. It stays the same. Now, in Chinese, this is where the distinction is made. So in Chinese, it's totally different. First of all, past, present, and future are not factors that change which verb you use. So in Chinese, there will be other words that you'll add in to indicate tense, but if you're speaking about that you were an engineer yesterday, and today you're something that's not an engineer, then you would still use this same basic verb, and the same for the future. So in Chinese, past, present, and future, that does not change the basic verb at all, nor does the noun that you're using. If it's me or you or they, doesn't change it. However, what does change it is what you are talking about, what the subject is. Is the subject a noun, or are they an adjective, or are they a verb? So here are some examples, right? So first, let's start off with nouns. In Chinese, for a noun, it's 是. So if you say, for example, 我是 something, that means I am, but only for nouns, only if I am something like an engineer or a person. For adjectives, the word is 很 in the third tone. 很. Notice this H is kind of like a scratchy sound in your throat. You'd expect it to be in the German language. 很. So 是, fourth tone for nouns. 很 for adjectives. 在 for verbs, and 在 for places. So maybe some examples will help clarify what this means. So here are examples of basic Chinese verbs. They all use the same pronoun 我, which means I or me. So here's a short example of a noun. 我是 Sean. My name is Sean, so 我是 Sean. I am Sean. Because Sean is a noun, it's a pronoun. Here are some examples that you could use with 很, 我很, and then adjectives like tired, hungry, thirsty, happy, sad, beautiful, lonely. All of those are adjectives. If you wanted to say you are any of those, you would use 很. And 在 is used for verbs. So sleeping, eating, walking, playing, studying, working. There are heaps of verbs that you could use. So for whatever verb you're using, it will be 我在 to mean I am doing that thing. So 是 for noun, 很 for adjectives, 在 for verbs. And finally, if you're in a certain place, in a location, you'll also use 在. Just like in English, if you say I am at home, that, I mean, technically being at home is a verb. I am at home. So it's similar in Chinese. 我在 here, there, everywhere, home, city center, New York, whatever place you want to be. So I hope that has clarified how basic Chinese verbs work for you.